Takedown is out for about 15 more hours, and this is a great opportunity for you to push your Colts to high trophies. I've played Takedown for about 14 hours so far, and here are some tips I have for you to win in this game mode. You need to play as Colt with the Speedloader gadget, which reloads 2 ammo, and the Slick Boots star power, which increases your movement speed. If you're playing below 700 trophies, then maybe you can try other brawlers, but if you're playing at high trophies, you must bring Colt or you'll probably lose. At the start of the game, walk straight to the boss, which spawns at the center of the map. If there are nearby power cubes, you can pick them up, but don't waste too much time picking up power cubes at the start of the game because you want more time to damage the boss. If you're not in range of the boss, try to stay at least 4 tiles away from anyone so that they are less likely to shoot you. You can spin and use friendly emotes to tell them that you don't want to fight them. If you see someone who's not using a Colt, you should try to avoid them because they're probably a noob, and noobs tend to attack other players instead of the boss for no reason. They just don't know how to play, so just stay away from them to be safe. If you're playing at high trophies, the boss will usually use its shield exactly 20 seconds after the match starts, so try to deal as much damage as possible before the shield comes up. You can mentally count to 20 seconds when the game starts, so you know when the boss is going to use its shield. In the first 20 seconds, if everything goes well, you can use 2 gadgets, but don't use a third gadget in the first 20 seconds because there's not enough time. Save your third gadget for later. The shield blocks 100% of damage, so it's pointless to attack the boss. When the shield is up, you should use the 20 seconds to pick up power cubes. If other players have low health, it can be worth it to kill them to take the power cubes they drop. However, if enemies have full health, they might retaliate and kill you. In this case, just act friendly by spinning, don't attack, and stay at least 4 tiles away from them. If someone's about 2 tiles away from you or closer, you can kill them by spamming auto-aim and just take the power cubes. But I don't advise wasting a gadget just to kill someone unless you're doing it to avoid dying. It's important that you walk back to the boss in time so that you can shoot it immediately when the shield deactivates. If you can see the boss on your screen, it takes about 5 seconds to walk to it, but if the boss is outside of your screen, it takes about 10 seconds to walk to it. Try not to get killed just before the boss removes its shield, or else everyone else will attack the boss and you'll get a very bad rank. You can start shooting at the boss about half a second before its shield disappears, so that your first bullet immediately hits the boss when the shield goes down. It's also good to be able to predict what the boss is going to do. If you take a look at the map, the water forms a square. Now, if the boss is inside this square, it will walk towards the nearest brawler, but it will ignore anyone who's outside the square. You can use this knowledge to make the boss walk towards you and away from everyone else. If the boss stops moving and there are red lines coming out of it, it means it's going to shoot. If the boss is going to shoot, you can either hide behind walls or walk in an anti-clockwise direction relative to the boss so that you only get hit by 1 or 2 bullets. Each bullet does 1400 damage and the bullets don't break walls. If the boss stops moving and there are no red lines coming out of it, it means the boss is going to charge in the direction it's facing. You can predict where the boss is going to end up, and you can walk there in advance so that you have more time to shoot the boss. You should play with the sound turned on so that you can hear what the boss is doing even if you can't see the boss. If the boss is running, you will be able to hear the sound effect even if the boss is outside of your screen. If you play Takedown for several hours at over 800 trophies, the opponents start to get slightly easier. I think this is because you can't be matched versus the same opponent within about 24 hours, and eventually you'll start to run out of good opponents. One last tip is that if someone with high trophies gets first place in your lobby, you should watch the replay from their perspective to see what they're doing better than you. This is how I improved at Takedown, and this is also how I improved at other games like Bloons City Battles. Please leave a like because frankly my channel is dying and your like will help to save my channel. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.
Getting stronger every day. Keep on pushing through. Something's gonna bring the change. Journeys we are meant to take. Something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away. Don't you be afraid, everything will change. You and I, jumping off the edge. They say dreamers never die. So come and fly, come and fly, come and fly away with me. We're rising, we're falling, we're making through. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views.
We're rising, we're falling, we're making through. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views.
Come and fly away, come and fly away, come and fly away with me. Come and fly away, come and fly away, come and fly away with me. Something's gonna bring the change. Journeys we are meant to take. Something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away.